Hi, this is Imtiaz Ali and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
It's a huge privilege to have Imtiaz Ali with us on Bollywood Hungama, and I've just seen a few of the Highway Diaries that he'll be exclusively presenting on Bollywood Hungama. Some making shots of his film Highway, which Ranbir Kapoor told us that it's one of the finest films that he has ever seen. First of all, wonderful to have you back on Bollywood Hungama, Imtiaz. And first of all, what do you have to say about Ranbir's statement that Highway is one of the finest films that he has seen?
As I told you earlier, I think he's just being a friend.
Right.
So don't believe him till you see it yourself.
Right. I think he was quite serious about it, and he has given detailed explanations why he thinks like that. So I'm sure that as a professional as well, I'm sure that he must have seen something in the movie.
Imtiaz invited me to watch it on his edit, and I thought it was really compelling. It was one of the finest works of a director I have seen, and Imtiaz has truly reached master level with Highway.
Yeah, I hope so. He's seen the film. So.
And he's very, I think, excited about Alia and Randeep's performances as well, I believe.
Right, but what actually the important thing that Ranbir has done is inspired me to make this film. It's a little strange that he wasn't even going to be in the film, but he really inspired and pushed me in the earlier stages that I should make this film. He felt that it's going to be important for me somehow.
Talking about Highway Diaries, these are primarily, I think, short films that you've made, like 90-second to I think 120-second. Basically, I believe montages of various places that you shot the film at.
Right.
What is your idea in just shooting for it? And
see, what had happened is that this movie is very unlike the others that I've made, because the journey of making the movie has really influenced the making of the movie, in the sense that the movie wouldn't have been the same if the journey wouldn't have been the same. So there was no written script. There was only a tender line that I was following, and the incidents that happened while we were there have shaped the film.
Right.
So I thought those incidents or those things, the presence of us on the highway and the experience that we've had with people, with culture, etc., was very dramatic and interesting, and we felt like we need to present it to people apart from presenting the film. So which is, now we thought of Highway Diaries as diaries where we can put these episodes, audio visuals, montages with commentary, etc., and present it to people.
I believe there are 17 or 18 of them so far.
Yes, we are still making them. We'll end up making, I have a feeling we'll end up making more than 20-25, because there's really so much that we've shot and there's so much that has happened, and we feel that it's not going to be good if we don't bring it out somehow. There's very interesting things have happened.
And you've also, I think, captured certain moments which could have been quite dramatic, and which could have taken the certain drastic route as well. I think especially the landslide that happened, I believe, in Himachal. In fact, tell us something about that particular...
When I wrote the story, I had no idea that there was going to be a landslide in the story. There was supposed to be no landslide. But when I went to Rekongpio and the upper Himalayas, there was a landslide, for which reason I couldn't go beyond during my recce time. And then it suddenly occurred to me while I was waiting in that jam that maybe I can put this into the script, and it gave me a good reason to then follow the script in a certain way. So that came in. Also, when we went to shoot, actually stones were falling. Yeah. I feel that it was some sort of a bizarre prediction of the fact that the Himalayas are susceptible to the kind of tragedy that later happened towards in Uttaranchal, etc.
Right.
So, but
you shot before that.
We shot just before that. Just as we got over with this shooting, this tragedy occurred, and we didn't go to Uttaranchal, which is the worst affected for the tragedy. But stones used to fall. There were instances where Anil and I were talking on this road, and I was telling him that you come in my car and we've got to go forward and sun is setting, etc. And a big, huge boulder fell from many kilometers up.
Right.
And it landed between us. So while we were shooting, we knew that anything can happen, but still we somehow stupidly perhaps just went ahead. Luckily nothing happened to us, but there were other people who were in that journey who did get hit. There was a little girl who was not a part of us or around us, but she got hit by a falling stone and she was rushed to the hospital, and we gave one of our vehicles to take her to the nearby town into a hospital. So therefore in the Highway Diaries you see that there is a windscreen of one of our cars which got smashed by a falling stone.